Greetings, duelists, and welcome to another video. So, we got new reveals in Burst Protocol, and out of those reveals, surprisingly, we got a new Dracotail card. So, that new Dracotail card, it was something that I was already expecting. If you look at the screen, you're noticing a pattern when it comes to the Dracotail theme. Lucius has a dragon version. Mana also has a dragon version. Rahu and K2 Dracotail are spell cards catered to Lucius and Phymena. And each Dracotail trap represents one of the Dracotail dragons. Flame representing Urgula, Horn representing Pan, and Sting representing Malulu. Out of everything you've seen so far, something is missing. We now have a third spellcaster Dracotail, but we don't have the grown-up version of her yet. We're also missing a third spell card that is most likely going to be a spell card that is catered to Phryxul as well. So, Phryxul is the weakest of the Dracotails. This was already established. So it comes to no surprise that we're getting a new card, because that new card is going to fill one of the missing gaps. The card in question is called Dracotail Shaurus. Dracotail Shaurus is a level 6 light dragon fusion monster, which is tied to Phryxul because Phryxul is a light spellcaster. And Shaurus effect reads: you can target 2 Dracotail cards in your graveyard and 1 face-up card on the field of the same type. Shuffle all 3 into the deck. If 2 or more monsters are sent to the graveyard at the same time while discarding their graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect once per turn. So, this second effect is tied to all the dragon Dracotail, well, all the fusion Dracotails. Arthalion and Gulamel also have this. So it comes to no surprise that that effect is in here. Let's talk about the first effect. So, shuffling back Dracotail cards from your graveyard, involving 1 on the field, and shuffle all 3 into the deck is a really good effect. The first thing this thing does for the theme is now you have recursion in your theme besides your trap cards. One issue with the trap cards is that once you use the trap cards to just start shuffling back your resources, you're kind of forced to just keep shuffling back your traps if you want infinite recursion on interruptions against with your opponent. The moment you start using your traps to just return monsters and spell cards, it kind of just throws you out of the loop in the off chance you actually get hand trapped on one of these traps. Because remember, these traps can be easily disrupted. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring and Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion are 2 really big cards that are used against this deck. And one of the biggest problems is like losing out on the grind game, because those cards just takes care of the recursion of your trap cards. Shaurus fixes that issue. Not only that, Shaurus also like takes back your spell cards and puts them back into the deck. Just shuffling back 2 spell cards like is already really good. I don't like that you have to specifically target a face-up card of the same type. However, this also can be beneficial for you. You can shuffle back your own face-up spell cards, your own face-up trap cards, your own face-up monsters. So now the recurability of this deck is a lot better. The thing I don't like about another thing I don't like about Shaurus is that Shaurus is not a defensive card. He's pretty much like a offensive card. And I'm not sure if we really needed offensive cards in Dracotail as a future monster. I mean, that's not to say Shaurus has a bad effect as like at all, but you know, Ghost Bell is already really popular against this deck, and just having this monster being easily disrupted by Ghost Bell is quite of a deal. This card is not like Gulamel or Althalion. This effect is an ignition effect, it's not a trigger effect. But yeah. Now, there are really cool things about Shaurus that I really like. The fact that it's a dragon light level 6 monsters, it gives it a lot of splashability for a lot of themes. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So, if you remember what I said about Phryxul when we first talked about Phryxul, the one thing that sells Phryxul as a card in Dracotail is the splashability of other fusion engines that you can use for Phryxul or alongside Phryxul. The same thing falls for Shaurus. Shaurus can make Heretic Seal. Shaurus can make Secretarian Dragon. Shaurus can make Philia Regis. It can make Greguignol because it is a light attribute monster. It can make Shu because it is a level 6 dragon. It can make Albion because it is a light attribute monster. It can make Shadow Constructs for the same reason. And let's say, for example, you summon back Orgula, right? Because of Phryxul's effect or because of Secretarian Dragon's effect. Orgula is level 6. Shaurus is also level 6. What does this mean? Well, it means we can summon really cool things like M7 and Heretic Dragon King. Heretic Dragon King historically has already been known to be a really good card for dragon decks. Like, I don't think this card's power has been power crept. I do think what power crept this monster is the fact that not every deck can make this monster. But Dracotail can. And this can summon really cool stuff, like for example, Magnamut. This can also summon Malulu from the deck. This can be the material for the Heretic Seal afterwards. So, yeah, I'd say Shaurus is not an unwelcome card in this team. Does this card fixes all the problems of Dracotail? Absolutely not. It does not fix any of the current problems Dracotail has. Is Dracotail a better deck or a better strategy because of Shaurus? I don't think so either. Does Dracotail have now more options and now has a better game plan, and can be potentially be played with more themes because of Shaurus? Absolutely yes. I think that is like the thing that sells this card. But yeah, let me know if you are interested in seeing combos or seeing like deck ideas or deck hybrids involving Shaurus. I would be more than happy to do it. I think Dracotail is a really fun deck. I really do think Dracotail has a lot of room for innovation, and Shaurus is just one of these cards that just really helps out with that. But yeah, that's it from me. More videos coming soon. Keep practicing and keep dueling.